Hello. Welcome to Life's Checkmark. Now is the time more than ever to check in. Don't let someone else check off your life. Today, I have with me Korie Apgar, and she is a mother and a medium I've gotten to know over the past year and a half or so. Basically, through the kids, our sons are friends, and I guess they're going to be playing some sports together soon. I think once everything's done with the COVID and stuff. But Korie, if you wouldn't mind just sharing a little bit about yourself and what you do.
Oh my goodness. So I'm a mother. First and foremost, my passions are definitely real estate, but we're not talking real estate today. Investing. We are talking mediumship. So our sons have had numerous play dates over the years, and I know your wife. You were always the quiet one. So never really got to know you until recently. I mean, what else do you want to know about me?
I got you here as a medium. What's that? What do you do?
So mediumship is connecting to those who have crossed over, those who have passed, those who have technically died, although they are not dead. Mm-hmm. We do not die. It is not my goal to go around proving it to anybody. That is not my job to prove it to people who are skeptics or whatever. But basically, that's what I do. I'm able to connect in to those who have passed and connect them with their loved ones here. The amazing thing about it is that a lot of times there are words left unsaid. A lot of times there are apologies that were never made. Sometimes we didn't get to meet people, and we can actually meet them from the other side. So the healing that brings is absolutely amazing. People who have lost children, people who have lost children who have never touched the earth. And you also have people who've died very traumatically. You have people who died very suddenly, some traumatic, some because of a crime committed, and people want to connect. And I don't control who comes through. I am not in control of that. No medium is. They can't guarantee that you're going to talk to the person that you want to talk to. But we know that who comes through at that time for a specific reason. It's very orchestrated on the other side. So you might have wanted to talk to mom, for example, and maybe Uncle Johnny comes through for a reason because they let him bump up in line. He had something more important and pressing at that time. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it's amazing because it's very orchestrated. If people knew what goes on over there in the spirit world, which when I say over there, but it's actually here amongst us. If people knew just how orchestrated and things were and are, their minds would be blown.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if I could, I just want to share a quick story. So, like, all this came on to me, just out of the blue. So we dropped my son off at Korie's house so he could play with her son, and we went shopping with my daughter. Came back, or my wife came back and picked him up. She came home, gave me a piece of paper from Korie, and there was a whole bunch of stuff that you wrote out. I don't even know most of it. Probably because it was all mostly from prior to me being born and I couldn't remember. I have no idea. But anyways, she wrote all this information out that I guess my father showed up and had stuff to say to you, right?
Well, it wasn't to me. It was for you guys. So here's the thing. I'm cleaning the house. And the kids were probably like 5 or 6 at the time. I don't know why I was in the house before a play date when these kids, your son was coming over, 2 boys, right?
Yeah.
In the house, and I smelled a man with me, and I did not recognize this man or his smell, and so he was hanging around most of the morning, and I just figured, okay, well, there is a play date today, and maybe I will maybe I will ask if he, keeps hanging around. So Nicole brings your son to the door. The boys run inside, and they're playing. And I said to Nicole, because this was like 4 years ago, this was before I was really out of the closet. And I said, Nicole, I said, I don't know if you know this, but I'm a medium and I'm able to connect to the dead. And she said, yeah, I think I knew that. And so then it kind of opened up and went from there. And then I think she was out shopping, and back when I first started, I did reading so much differently out of my own comfort zone, which I don't do that way anymore, because the person should really be present with you so that that conversation is really like live and in person. But back when I started, I would do the, whatever channeling or automatic writing or do the readings, and then I would share it with the person, which I don't do anymore. But yeah, so I was just like writing and writing and writing. And I remember I called, the boys were having a play date, they were playing, and I called your wife and I said, listen, can you tell me about the unicorn? You tell me about the unicorn and the connection with Olivia, which is Kyle's your younger daughter. Can you tell me about the connection? She said, oh, well, we're at Target right now. Olivia just picked out a unicorn shirt she's buying. And I said, well, please know that John's father is with you right now. And he's aware of this. He's aware of, things going on in your life. And so it's all about them showing that they still live. They still know what's going on in your life. And it's about comfort, and it's about healing and knowing that you will see them again one day.
Yeah.
That will never die.
Yeah. So I guess you could say I'm a little skeptic, because it kind of freaks me out, because you feel like, I don't know, in my eyes, I would feel like somebody's following me. Right. So, I mean, how would you explain something like that to somebody like myself that would think that?
Our loved ones pop in time to time. Okay. They pop in when they know we're going to be going through a hard time, or at holidays, and they love to see us set a chair for them, even though they're no longer here, whatever. Our loved ones do not give us a fear of being followed. Okay. The fear that comes is from the TV shows, to be honest. The way you sound, it sounds like you feel like you have a demon attached to you. You feel like you're being followed, John?
Right, that just sounds different to me, right?
Probably your inner critic.
I don't know. If it's not physical, that's a thing. You know what I mean? If I can't see it, I can't touch it, then I have a hard time.
Yeah.
But that's me.
Absolutely.
I'm not saying it's not. It doesn't exist, but it's just I have a hard time believing it.
You should be skeptical until you get an evidential reading that is mind-blowing, that leaves you knowing that there's no way that person knew, and you knew that you were connecting with your loved one on the other side. And that's how a reading should go. Yeah. That's how a reading should go. There's a lot of mediums out there. Let me tell you, work in this industry, in the spiritual business, mediumship, psychic work, it is the worst for other people bullying and backstabbing and out of any type of business you can have. It's the worst. It's spiritual warfare. And, you would think it would be the complete opposite, because we're doing so many amazing things and in the healing industry, and it's actually the worst in this business. So you need thick skin if you want to survive in this business.
And you have thick skin.
Do I?
You're surviving.
I try. You'll have some mediums who do, readings for friends, for family. And I am big on, no, I don't do readings for friends. I don't do readings for family. I don't want to know anything about that person or who they have on the other side, because that gets in your mind and it's front loaded. It's called front loading. You know some information about them, and then, you don't know what brainwave you're in. So when a medium connects, they basically tap into a different brainwave. That is what they're doing. And so there's so many mediums out there who don't know they're mediums. There's so many mediums out there who, there's so many people out there who are meditating. Meditating is big right now. It has been, and it's only getting bigger. Meditation, mindfulness, blah, blah, blah. So we have people doing this, and they're getting great benefits from it. They also are tapping into different brain waves, and they have the ability to connect and study to become a well-rounded, knowledgeable medium if they desire. You know, the ability is there. Now, I opened up after my grandmother died. I had the ability when I was a kid, shut it down, went to school, you know, I had to shut it down. I was terrified in my house, the house I grew up in. Terrified. There were always people around. But, you know, as a kid, you just think it's normal, and you just tell them to go the hell away, and, you know, whatever. It was what it was. But so that went away. I shut it down. It started again when I was a teenager, off and on. But then when my grandmother died, I don't know, 2016, I guess, the floodgates just opened. And it was a wild ride, and I had to learn how to shut it off because I was so wired. It was very scary not knowing how to turn it off, but it was also exciting because you didn't want to turn it off. So I would try to, but I would still kind of be in it. And so energetically, because everything's energy, I hope I'm making sense, John. Energetically, my body was, I don't know how to describe it. I was just so tense. So I had to learn I had to seek out people. Here's this girl, well, I'm a woman, right? But I felt like a girl who didn't know what the hell was happening in her life. And I had to seek out other mediums. Like, I had to get on the internet and find local mediums. And then I had to figure out which ones were legit, which ones, you know, I had to find some groups who, you know, of people to go to, like legitimate mediums who I could learn from, and they could really teach me how to really hone in on the gift, learn more, because you can only learn so much in the books. You can only learn so much by doing it yourself. But I found some amazing people out in the community. And I think people have an idea. They have this idea that, you know, mediums are like woo-woo, witchy, crazy stuff. Okay, some might be. But I will tell you, everyone I came in contact with, great people. You would never know it. Airline pilot, you know. One runs a business with her partner, some pretty big businesses over in Bethlehem, very well-known people. And if you would never know that these people also have this gift and do what they do. We're just normal, everyday people, down-to-earth people, seriously.
Yeah.
So what else you got?
What else I got?
Not too much.
So are you able to block out when you don't want to go through with it?
Well, that's what I'm saying when I'm talking about closing down. You have to be able to live your life here on earth. So when I'm not working, I'm shut off. Yeah. And the thing is, when people find out what you do, they think you're reading them. They think that I see their dead loved ones all around them. I choose not to. I shut down so I can live my life. If they, you know, if I have something booked and I'm doing a reading, then I open. But the rest of the time, I just want to live my life. They're there. We all know they're there. If someone's in need, you know, then we do it. But no, I have to live my life. And I don't want to see or feel your father or out and about, someone else's father or mother, following them around. What am I going to do? Walk up to, see, mediums will do that. Sure. They'll stay opened. They'll walk up to a person in public, which is a no-no, okay? And they'll start saying, I have your mother here, blah, 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 blah. You don't do that. There's ethics involved. They should be followed, you know, and you might be passing, in that situation, you could be, think you're doing something good. You could be passing a message to someone who is not ready to receive it. You don't know where they're at in their grieving stage. They may be having a really difficult time in their life right now, and it's not ethical at all.
Yeah. Is there a story that you might be able to share that you might have seen somebody get some kind of closure or something from doing something like this?
Gosh, there's so many.
Yeah. If you have one that you could just share and, you know, without names and stuff, just to. Yeah.
When I first started practicing, there's groups out there online. I wouldn't recommend joining just any group, but there's some groups out there that are, somewhat safe to practice in. You'll have the public come on and ask for readings and show a picture of someone. Okay. Mm-hmm. And so when I first started, I just connected with this young man on the other side, and through his mother had posted the picture, and he had passed away in a car accident. And the information he came through with, I can't tell you, there must have been hundreds of readings back and forth over a year's time. Her and I got very close because of the relationship with her son. I feel that he helped me to develop. And I feel that he did that as part of his, I want to say, accomplishment. Basically, I don't want to say the word advance, but basically everybody gains something from it. So it's not just that the other person's coming through to connect with mom who's here, they're also getting something from it. So through all of that, he was not only helping me, but he was helping himself on the other side. But he was a young man in his early 20s, having some fun. But he lost his life. And, honestly, now every year, his mom and I try to take like a long weekend trip together. We became pretty close because of his passing, unfortunately.
Yeah. But
I'm glad she was able to receive that. And I went to school. Another one I want to talk about is children. Children, mom losing babies who haven't been born yet. They all go to heaven, and the woman's best friend had actually passed. And so the woman, I don't know any of this stuff. Mm-hmm. The woman's best friend came through with the baby. And of course, it's not just, that. There's so much more. There's evidence. There's a picture of this and this, and there's this and this and this that you have on something like this, so that, so basically, they know that it's proof that it's really happening.
Okay.
Evidence is where it's at. You have to have the evidence. Otherwise, it's just like, hey, your grandmother says she loves you. Like, what is that? That's nothing.
Yeah. And the one story where you said he was reaching out to kind of make himself feel better for something. Is that usually what they're trying to do?
It's on everyone on the other side. Mm-hmm. They might come a lot of times when it's apologies or something. They not only gain and heal. It's like healing two worlds. It not only heals the people here, but it heals the people over there for them to be able to speak. Okay.
Yeah. Now, you shared that somebody was able to post a picture, and then you were able to share what was going on with this.
It's almost like a connecting in tool, whether mm-hmm. it be a picture or an item of theirs, a piece of clothing. Sometimes it's even just writing their name down, but it's all about intention. It's just intention and, connecting. Right.
So, do you physically have to be like, if you were to do it with me, you physically have to be with me? Is that right?
No. And see, that's the thing. You can work anywhere in the world. I've done readings in Australia, a lot of them over in Europe and England.
But you didn't fly over there?
No.
So then how do you do that? How does that work? How does that work? Because I feel like you have, my understanding is you have to be there with that person to get some kind of energy,
Well, I think in years past, that was all that people knew. It was all that people knew because of the technology they didn't have. Mm-hmm. And now that we have this technology, we have realized we don't need to be physically present with this person. Mm-hmm. You can do it over video chat. You can do it over the phone. You can do it over Skype, computer. So you do not need to be present.
Okay. Well, that's cool.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah,
That
that's
it
different.
still works. That it's
Right.
amazing. You don't have to be there holding their hand or sitting in their energy, and it's amazing. So with COVID and the pandemic, if mediums have their business online and are doing it not face to face, then they're probably, okay.
Mhm.
But if they're still doing in person, I mean, I don't know if they violated COVID. Yeah, sure.
Right. And so this is a good way of trying to get around of how to help other people with, you doing the mediumship, right? It's a great thing to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's new to me. I didn't know that you could just do something like that.
Well, I didn't have your wife present with me, and you weren't present when the boys were having a play date.
True. Right. Yep.
It just happens.
But yeah, we were in the passing. I don't know. You know what I mean? It's just one of those.
Yeah, I don't do it that way anymore. That was in the very beginning. And again, that was like for my comfort level. I could do it alone and be with that person on the other side. But do you realize what I was doing? I was cheating that person on the other side of having that live communication and time with their loved one here.
Mm-hmm.
Do the back and forth do you understand what I'm saying? It was cheating you guys, and it was cheating your loved one on the other side.
Because we weren't there or even on video. Is that right?
Yes. Yeah. Yes. And I don't do it that way anymore, but I think we all have to start somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Sure. No, that makes sense. Now, if you do something like this on video like this, would you record it for that person that you're doing it for? I mean, would that be something to consider?
I do them on Zoom. And then the recording. And then I think after so many days, the Zoom recording, a couple weeks, the Zoom recording deletes. So they should back it up. They should save it.
Download it or something. Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. But you have that option available.
Absolutely. And that's awesome. They should have that.
That is cool. Yeah.
Like Teresa Caputo, she doesn't do videos. She still does her tape recorder. Mm-hmm. And, they get that. But I think live videos are awesome. And they get the recording. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's something they could probably share with their family down the line sometime if they ever needed to.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. No, that's cool. I'm glad you shared that. It's something different.
The really cool thing, I don't mean to interrupt you.
No, you're great.
The really cool thing about being a medium is that you can heal more than one person or more than one family at a time. And you can hold events, demonstrations, gallery events, whatever you want to call them. You can hold events where you have a group of people and you won't be able to read everyone, but you read who comes through. Okay. And everybody benefits from that reading. Everybody gets that healing message. Everybody benefits from just being in the presence of that other person's reading. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah, it makes sense.
That's where it's at. You can heal so many people.
That's awesome. Yeah. So I think you already explained really why you dove into this. I mean, you just said it. You had this passion to help and heal people and stuff like that. You're becoming an entrepreneur as being a medium. So is there any beliefs that you might have still, or you have to demystify to continue to be an entrepreneur and carry this out?
I had a hard time in the beginning with religion. I've gotten past that. God does not give you a gift, an amazing healing gift, because it's evil. I don't bring religion into the gift. I think religion should be kept separate. And it's a personal opinion. Whatever religion people choose, that's a personal choice. That's their opinion. And I keep religion out of it. If it's against their religion, then obviously they're not going to come to me, and that's fine.
Right.
But you were asking, I went back some, but you were asking about the business.
Yeah. You as being an entrepreneur, I mean.
Yeah. I hate the scheduling part.
Yeah. Okay.
That takes time.
Yeah.
And I might outsource, but, it takes time to do your one-on-one readings and such. And that's why there's so much fun in one event, big event, healing event versus the one-on-ones. And then the people that needed the one-on-ones, maybe they can come to that event. I'll never give up one-on-ones. People need them.
Yeah. They
But
like that personal touch, I guess.
yeah, even if it's over the computer, people
Right.
need those one-on-ones. Because some things shouldn't be shared in an event reading,
Sure.
But that is where my soul really shines and does what it's supposed to do.
Okay. And so now you just brought up events, right? So can you do something like that with Zoom and just do a whole group of people?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Interesting.
And fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have to go anywhere and everybody's at home. And
No, I mean, I could hide out in my son's room in the attic and do mediumship readings.
there you go. All right.
Yeah. No, you don't have to leave the house, but I get antsy. So
Yeah.
yeah. But how a medium connects is they use their faculties. They use their emotions. They use their senses. They use their mind. And they allow these things to be used by those people in the spirit world. And we call them people. We don't call them energy or spirits because they are people and they deserve respect. Okay? They're still people. So, but by allowing them to use my mind, my emotions, my heart, my gut, my feelings, they can tap in and then that's how it works. And readings differ because if you have a medium who's only working from here, okay, her mind, or she's only working from her sight, her clairvoyance, she can describe to you everything she's seeing. But if she's not emotionally open and have her chakras or have her clairs open, then she's not getting the emotion or the full story or anything. Does that make sense? So that is why it's so important for mediums to become well-rounded and study so they can be the best medium they can be. That is so important.
Yep. So it's like for any other business, you're just getting a coach and a mentor to guide you along the way to be better.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's good. I like that. So I think you already, I believe in goals. You already touched on scheduling. Is that something you try to, you work on every day to get your number one task done for the day? Or is there something else that you like to share that you try to aim for that?
Scheduling doesn't have to be an issue. I just need to set up a system.
So systems are good.
Yeah.
Right. And then you have to think about it.
Yeah. I mean, but we've been through this before, with everything's a stepping stone in life. So I used to do Redan and Fields, network marketing.
Okay.
And real estate, with real estate, you've got to deal with contractors and scheduling and all that crap. And so everything is a stepping stone to get where you are today. And so honestly, if I never put myself out there as a network marketer and networking and really working with people, I would not have the guts to do what I do today and put myself out there. I have grown so much as a person and my soul is doing what it's supposed to do.
Good. I like that.
Yeah.
It's a good answer. So I'll just lead off with this. People listening to this or watching this, they're probably going to want to know how to reach out to Korie and see if they can, connect with you and understand more of what you do and maybe, go through a reading. So I got your Facebook page here.
Spiked lemonade, buddy.
Whatever gets you through the day. So here's Korie's Facebook group page. All right, not group, her business page. Now, if they go here, what can they find on this to, learn more or contact you?
So I try to post something inspirational every day. I try not to overpost. I hate to overpost, but at least something every day for people. Okay. That's where their events will be posted, happenings, things that are going on, what I'm going to be doing. And you can also reach me through that page. You can message me through that page for a reading.
Do you do the groups and stuff that we were just talking about? Do you do stuff like that? And
the group readings?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's going to be events set up this year.
Okay.
Oh, I also teach. I'm starting a course next month. There's a Psychic 101 course starting in March that I'm hosting with another woman who I actually went to school with. Crazy story there, but Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
you're going to be teaching how to be a medium? Is that?
Well, we're going to start with foundations.
Okay.
We're going to start with foundations because I think there's a lot of people out there who are not sure what they're doing. No fault of their own, but they need some foundations. So it's going to be a series. We're starting with foundations.
Okay. That sounds good.
And that's
all right
on the page as well.
Yeah. So anybody watching this or listening, you can just go to our Facebook page Facebook business page, and you can just message her or text or email, whatever. Korie, I want to thank you for coming on. It was great talking to you and getting to know more about being a medium and exactly what, people can get from it and how it can heal them and stuff. So I appreciate you coming on today.
You're welcome, John. You're a medium. You just don't know it.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I'm not kidding.
All right. Have a great day.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.